Good morning. I'm late, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Um, Hang on a second. I'm going to have to get used to doing this again, so be patient with me. Let me see if I can sync up here. Turn my computer on silent. I don't want to add. Good morning, everybody. Apparently, I was going to say Weight Watchers. Apparently, Facebook has changed a lot. One of the things they've changed is the way to do a live video. And so I was going to do it for my computer, but it won't let me. So I'm doing it for my phone. So I mentioned yesterday that I was thinking about doing these on YouTube and sharing it on Facebook. The reason is Facebook has changed a lot of their policies lately, and I have been getting alerts that they are editing a lot of the content in Facebook groups because it doesn't meet their community standards, not our community standards, but their community standards. For instance, someone shared a post on, I think it was Christmas Eve, and it was a Christmas post, and it was very sweet, but it shared lyrics to a Christian song. Well, Facebook took it down and penalized our group because sharing those lyrics violates their community standard. Now, I don't know if that means that someone reported that post as offensive to them or if Facebook just randomly decided that. So what I don't want is to give them more power and control to decide what we say to each other. We're perfectly capable of doing that ourselves. But anyway, we'll do it this way, at least for this week, and I'll keep looking into it and let you know. But welcome back. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm going to be rusty. But let me tell you where I am and where I'm headed. I've taken some time off because my baby daughter is leaving the country in a couple of weeks and going back overseas. She and her family serve as missionaries, and so I've been spending every spare second I can with her, and she'll be gone for 4 years. And I'm really not looking forward to that. I thought it would get easier over time, but it doesn't. It gets harder, I think, because I'm getting older. So anyway, the moderators have been so kind to allow me to do that, and I just can't thank them enough. They are the most wonderful ladies. But during this time with my daughter, I regret to tell you that I have put weight back on. She and I have enjoyed taking some trips together. We've enjoyed eating all the things. And so I find myself back at a place that I didn't think I would ever be. I don't see any comments from y'all. So if you're commenting, I'm not ignoring you. I was trying to get this to sync up on my computer at the same time so I could see if you're commenting, but so far it's not working. I'm going to keep trying, so I'm going to be a little distracted here for a minute. But anyway, so where I am, Here we go. Now I see it. Okay. I have put back on. I've tried to be honest and transparent with y'all all along. I have put back on 20 pounds. There, I said it. It's not what I wanted to do. It's not what I intended to do. How did it happen? Same way it always happens. One meal at a time, one bite at a time, one decision at a time. I've been reading a lot over the last few days, trying to get myself mentally prepared to make this journey again. One of the quotes I read said, "What feels like the end can be the beginning." And so I'm choosing to embrace that. Another quote I read said, when you start the journey again, you don't do it as a beginner, you do it with experience. And so that's where I'm finding myself. Fortunately, I have the experience. I've done it before. I lost the weight. I got it off. I know how to do it. I just need to do it, and I have to do it, and I'm going to do it. Starting over isn't a sign of failure. I'm going to accept it as a sign of courage. So I'm going to do this in the next 12 and a half months. I'm going to give myself until the end of 2022. I hope it doesn't take that long, but if it does, it does. But I'm going to do it very transparently. I'm going to use you. Sadly, I live in the Dallas Metroplex, and believe it or not, to be as large as my area is, there are very, very few open Weight Watcher meetings. None of them are at a time I can get to. And I can't get to them at those times. It's not that they're convenient. I just flat can't get there at those times. In case, my hair's a mess. I haven't changed a bit. In case you don't know, I went back to work. Retirement bored me to tears. And so I'm working part-time, sort of part-time. And so the days that they have the Weight Watcher in-person meetings are the days I'm at work. And so I can't do it. So I'm going to use you as my accountability group. I will let you know every Monday. My weigh-in here at home is going to be on Saturday mornings, but I will let you know on Monday my progress, or how my weigh-in looked for the week. I'm preparing myself for success. I went and bought, I'm using the tracker online still, but I went to the store the other day and I bought this weekly desk planner. I got it at TJ Maxx for like $4. But it has, I don't know if you can see this, it is just kind of a blank week at a glance. And so I'm not gonna write my food on here, but what I am gonna do, I saw a lady do this on Instagram and I loved the idea. And this is what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna plan my weekend. That way I know exactly how many points I'm gonna need to enjoy that weekend. And then I'm gonna track my rollovers every day that will allow me to enjoy that weekend. I'm also, my husband and I, we have a treadmill, and we decided that we would put another treadmill in one of our spare rooms with a TV, and every night we're going to walk instead of sit while we watch TV. So I'm going to earn some activity points that way. This has been, just being real with you for a few minutes this morning, this has been a very difficult and emotional season for me. It's been very humbling because I really didn't think I would ever find myself here again. I almost didn't share with you because it makes me feel like a hypocrite. I, you know, I talked, I taught, I coached. I can tell you how to do it and how not to gain the weight back, but I didn't do what I knew to do to keep it off. I just gave myself permission to do all of the things that I knew were not good for me, to eat all of the things that I knew were not good for me. And so here's where I find myself. And this is one of my frustrations, and this is such a fine line for people. We talk about grace, and that's all well and good. Telling someone it's Christmas, enjoy the day, or it's New Year's, enjoy the weekend. If you're a food addict, that's not necessarily a good thing. If I were, addicted to, we've talked about this a lot. If I were addicted to alcohol, I wouldn't tell myself, it's okay, it's New Year's. Go ahead and enjoy the drinks over the weekend, and then the next day get right back on. When it's an addiction, you can't do that. And this has taught me that the foods that are my trigger, or that are my addiction, my downfall, I can't give myself permission to have those for special occasions, nor do I need them. I don't need desserts to enjoy the holiday. I don't need, pizza to enjoy Sunday night. If I get to the place in my life where I can have those in very controlled moderation, okay, that may be a different story, but that's not where I am right now. Giving myself permission to go on a trip with my daughter and tell myself, I'm just going to enjoy the time with her. I'm not going to worry about what I eat. I'm just going to enjoy all the things. Okay, that's how it started. And then that turned into, I enjoyed that weekend trip and then got back home, but I kept eating that way. And it started with, and I think I shared with this before. I'll give myself a 5-pound window, but I won't go over that 5 pounds. And then that 5 pounds became, okay, well, I've already gained 5, but I certainly am not going to allow myself to gain more than 10. And then I saw that 10 on the scale. Well, that's it. I'm drawing the line there. But another trip and another event and another excuse. And so here I sit today, December 27th, 2021, having gained back 20 pounds. And I hate saying that. It shames me to say that. But it's true. And so I don't want to be anything other than truthful with you. And so I'm here today asking for your help and asking for your support. I don't need, and you don't need, but I certainly don't need anyone to say, oh, you look great like you are. No, I don't. I see it. My face is more round. The clothes that I wore, I can't wear anymore. So I don't need those. That doesn't make me feel like someone loves me more for them to tell me, oh girl, you'll get it right back off. Don't worry about it. That's not what I need. What I need is truth. And what I need is accountability. And what I need is, and maybe this is what you need, what I need is people to come alongside me who are willing to say online or send me a private message and say, hey, I haven't seen where you shared your weigh in today. How was it? And if it's a gain, I don't need to hear, oh, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's not fine. I'm fully aware. I coached Weight Watchers. I'm fully aware that there will be weeks that the scale doesn't come down. But I am also fully aware that there will be times that the scale doesn't come down, not because I didn't do my part, but because my body is adjusting. And those weeks I'm okay with. What I'm not okay with are the gains that I did to myself. Does that make sense? So that's where I am. That's what I need. I shared a couple of years ago, probably on this group, one of my favorite stories in the Bible, and what I am facing today, and this is my devotion today, is in the Old Testament. The children of Israel had wandered in the wilderness for years, and they were camped right outside of the promised land at the base of a mountain. Where they were parked, they could see victory. They could see where they were headed. They could see the finish line, but they got comfortable parked at that mountain. And so they circled that mountain over and over and over again. And one of my favorite verses in the Bible says, you have circled this mountain long enough. That's where I am today. I've circled this mountain long enough. I circled it and I moved on. I crossed over into the promised land. I reached goal and I lived there and I loved it and I bought all the pretty clothes. And then I went back to the stupid mountain. So I find myself back circling that mountain, but today the circling stops. I almost talked myself into waiting another week because my family is gathering New Year's Day. My youngest brother's coming into town, and so my family's all getting together, and I had this conversation with myself, well, wait until after that. That way when you go there, you don't have to be so conscious of what you're eating. And then I thought, no, I can do it. I can be conscious there. I'm not going there for the food. I'm going there for the time with my siblings. We lost one of my brothers this year. I shared, I think maybe a year ago, a video with y'all of him struggling to step up on a box. He had battled cancer and the effects of cancer for over 25 years, and he was my hero. But he finished his journey this year, and so I'm cherishing the time I have with my family more and more, and the older I get, the more I cherish it. But I have to remember it's not about the food, it's about the people. So I decided today's the day. Today's the day I stop circling the mountain and I move on. So I don't know what your plans are. I don't know where you find yourself today. But what I want to tell you is it takes courage to start over. It takes determination to move forward. It takes a made-up mind to say enough is enough. And if you're there with me, then I welcome you to walk alongside me over these next few months as I embark on getting this weight back off. And I will be transparent with you. I don't know if I'll share everything I eat. I don't ever mind telling if that's what somebody wants to know. I don't have any secrets, so feel free to ask whatever you want to ask, and I'll answer. But until there is a meeting that I can get to, this will be my meeting. So I value your support and your encouragement and your advice. I don't have all the answers. Linda, my precious friend, posted a little thing last night that said, if you're looking to a person to have all the answers, you only need to look in the mirror. And man, there's so much truth in that. But I need to tell you first and foremost, I don't have all the answers. I can encourage you and I can support you, but I can't do it for you. I can't. I wish I could. If I could, I'd sell it. Only you can do it for you, and only I can do it for me. But together, we can do it. And so that's where I am. That's where I find myself today. So I have a list of errands to run today. I have my water that's going with me. I have already had my breakfast this morning, and I'll be back home in time to have my lunch, which is going to be a huge salad. I did the test, whatever you want to call it, questionnaire, when the new plan launched, and so I get lots of zero fruits and vegetables, and I think I'm really going to enjoy it. I think it's going to really help me. So that's it. I have nothing else to share with you today, but yes, I am going to do resistance training. I also have weights and a weight bench in my workout room, and I'm definitely adding that in. I'm headed north. I'm headed north. I've got my sights on that promised land, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it again. So I love you much. I'm glad to be back. I've missed you, but I so appreciate you understanding my need to be with family for the last few months. And so Melissa leaves on January 18th. And so that will be a tough week. That week will probably be my biggest challenge, but that's okay. We'll do it together. So I'll go back, as always, and respond to your comments. Feel free to send me a private message, and I'll be answering them this afternoon while I'm having my salad. And we'll get back to doing this every week, whether it's this way or if I end up doing it over on YouTube, I'll share a link here that will take you to the live. So it'll still be live. You just have to click on the link. But I don't know. I'm just going to have to research it this week and see what we're going to do. But we will do this together. Deal? All right. I love you all so much. I thank you so much for doing this journey with me, and I will see you on the board. Bye, everyone.